around the house, we've got more work happening up here on the roof. Earlier, we built up a layer of insulation between 2x8 rafters, and then covered all of that up with plywood and builder's felt. Well, now we're going to finish off the roof with a final layer of concrete roof tiles. We've got a crew on hand preparing the roof surface for that.
While the tiles are drying at the manufacturers in Oshkosh, the roofers went ahead with building felt and furring strips that they'll need once they start installing the tile. What they're doing right now is installing copper flashing along the logs. This will keep water from penetrating under the logs once the tile is installed. To prepare for the tiles, they're nailing down a layer of 45-pound builder's felt over the lighter felt that was installed before. And that builds up protection against moisture. Then they nail in the 1x2 furring strips that the tiles will lie on, and the strips go on horizontally about every 12 inches. They'll be covering the whole roof like this to get ready for the tiles. Well, we got all the plywood flooring down. Doctor's notching out some logs now for another partition wall, and the roofers are starting to put up the concrete tiles. Let's check that out. Now, this is a tile we've selected. It's actually a concrete tile designed to look like slate. It has lugs at the top to catch onto the furring strips and a hole here to nail into the furring strip. Now, basically it gets installed like shingles. Begin with a starter course and just work your way up the roof. There's grooves on one side that interlock with the next shingle as the roofers move to the left-hand side. And for the rake, there's a 90-degree tile like so that goes over the edge and just gets nailed right into the fascias you can see right down here. Concrete isn't typically used to cover roofs here in the upper Midwest because of the problems sometimes caused by the frequent cycles of freezing and thawing in the spring and autumn. But these tiles have a very low rate of moisture absorption, which means water won't soak in, freeze, and crack the tiles during freeze and thaw cycles, so they come with a 50-year warranty. On our roof, one of the main challenges is keeping the moisture from leaking in at the valleys between the gabled dormer roofs and the main roof. They've used 16-ounce copper flashing to protect each valley from moisture. They cut the tiles with a diamond-tipped blade to match the angle of the valley, and they nail them in flush with a groove in the center of the valley flashing. The tiles come in 5 different shades of green, terracotta, gray, and brown, but each contains traces of colors of the other. And this is through a unique manufacturing process where the concrete is colored as the tiles are made at the factory. Then the roofers spread them out in random patterns, and this keeps it looking like a slate roof. The tiles are pretty heavy, so part of the job involves elevating them. They've got a nice setup here, though, with a ladder and a power hoist.